Jake has got the front on, he's got the gears on, he's got the oil pump in, the pan, got all that stuff done. We're gonna have to buy the tool to install the front seal. We do not have one for the front. We have one to fit the back. Anyway, we've got the new exhaust manifold. It is overlaying in the solvent tank, soaking the rust, anti-rust stuff, cosmoline, whatever, off of it. Jim Blaylock has my turbo. Going to show you some pictures of the damage to it and how they're going to repair it. Pretty amazing the technology they have now to repair that stuff, so you don't have to buy all new parts. We spent half the day today doing more stuff. We had to go get hearing tests, and we had to go get a wellness physical. Okay, here's the timing advance. What I did with this, you saw all the marks in it and stuff. I took a red Rololock disc, a surfacing conditioning disc, and I just took those weights, and then I went inside and I just polished everything till it operated freely. So we've got new springs in it. Jake's put this together. He has Loctited these screws and then staked them in here. So should be good to go. Okay, this is the what was it, last fall? You remember I had to take this apart and get the dirt out of it and clean it up. This is the air can that runs the throttle. And so the front throttle pedal for the rear engine is nothing but an air regulator. So the farther you push it down, the more pressure it puts to the back and pushes the governor lever. And that's how you operate the throttle on the rear engine. And then to shut one off, you just push it up and that cams it over like that. Pretty simple, pretty reliable fuel system. Okay, this is a Caterpillar Hydrodynamic seal. I referred to it as a hydro seal. This seal comes with the wear sleeve inside of it. You do not want to separate these two. If you separate them, you have to discard the seal and start over. And you need a special tool to install this. This particular seal is for a Cat 3306 on the front of the crankshaft. This invention, these are very, very good seals. They last a long time. This beats an old lip seal, hands down. But we'll take a special tool and attach a piece of it to the front of the crankshaft, and then there'll be a piece that goes on here that will push on the sleeve and the seal and push it into the bore to the proper depth. Okay, this is what we call furnace retort cement. We really like this stuff. It's called Pyro Seal. And it says it's manufactured by Recto Seal. Rector Seal, yeah, Rector Seal. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So when we put exhaust manifolds together where the slip couplings go together, we take this and put a thin paste of that on the inside and the outside of it. And we like to do it to brand new manifolds after we clean them up, clean all the rust preservative off of them, and then we take alcohol and clean the machine surface, and then we put some of this retort cement on there and slide them together. And I promise you, this stuff works, and it works really, really good. So if you've got a slip joint that is just a little sloppy, if it's an old one, you probably better blast it and really clean it up so this sticks to it. But we use this, and we've had really good luck with it. So it's a shame you have to use this on a brand new part, but they just are not accurate in their machining. Now, that brand new manifold, we measured it, and there's about 5,000 slop where those slip joints go together. And that's just too sloppy. And if you don't put this in there, it's not going to give it time to seal up. I mean, over time, it's going to pack full of rust and carbon and seal it till you won't get it apart unless you use dynamite on it. But initially, you better use some of that or it will leak. And if it leaks, it'll never seal up. See, that's the furnace retort cement, the stuff that pushed off of it as we assembled it. And it's already dry on there. And then when you start it, you just kind of let it idle. You don't want to put a lot of heat to it quick. You need some time for it to set up. It just needs that slow heat to cook it. But it's good stuff, I'm here to tell you what. Okay, this is the tool to install this sleeve, and you can see it's got a recess to push on the sleeve, and then the other pushes on the seal. Okay, so what we've done is we went and got to the bolt store and bought a piece of 3/4 fine thread ready rod. So you can take the seal, set it up in here where it starts, then take the tool and put it on here and put a nut on it. And then start cranking it in. Can you hold that, Jake, from spinning? It's turning that. Hold the tool. It wants to turn. Probably should, do we have a, you know what I should have is a hard flat under that. That's probably what I better do. Let's go get a hard. Okay, just gonna take and start cranking it in here. And when this gets to the end of the crankshaft snout, you're in all the way. Here, you wanna run that wrench? Probably should have put some oil on that, hadn't I? On the nut. Would it turn easier?
It's turning the stud now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wonder why. Looks good to me, doesn't it to you? So that's in there, and you can hear it. It's all the way up against the end of the crankshaft. So that's the way it sits in there. Piece of cake. Okay, we're getting ready to put the hard nose back on this thing. Gotta go up or forward or what?
Oh, here. This end over here. Does that come up now a little?
I'm up. My holes are lined up. I just gotta come this way a little with the hard nose. Yeah, we can get them in now. Whoop! Not anymore. Now there's one on the ground. Sweet, started. Okay, now where'd the other one go? Okay, probably if we raise it up, will that tip it forward more? Or? Because it's trying to pull it back. Radiator's back on. New manifold's on. Jim Blaylock said he had to order me a new exhaust turbine housing. Mine was just too ate up, rotted out to save it. So as soon as he gets that, he'll send us a turbo. And we've discovered one other leak on here. And this is where a lot of our oil is coming from. In here, that is a little teeny soft plug. And there's a pin behind that that retains a great big roller bearing in there at the outside race. So we need to silicone that. Silicone fixes everything, doesn't it? And we got us a new remote grease hose put on for the fan drive. This is just an old grease gun hose, like an 18-incher that they send you with a grease gun. And it's got a bushing on it and then an 1/8-inch pipe thread fitting. Makes it really handy to grease that fan drive in there. Otherwise, you're sticking your hand in there to do that. So we're trying to convert them all over to make them a little easier to grease. This is the slave switch, and this is what tells the transmission to shift and keeps it in synchronization with the tractor tranny. So every time it gets the signal back here, this switch sends a signal to one of these solenoids. One's an upshift, one's a downshift. As soon as it shifts, this clock type switch in here rotates, lines up with the other connectors, stops the upshift signal, and keeps power to the lube solenoid. Should you come out of sync, it will kill the power to the lube solenoid and reduce the transmission pressure to lube pressure, which is like 12 psi. That way the clutches can't engage and you won't damage the tranny or the engine over speeding it. Okay, more scraper leak fixing time. That's a bowl cylinder off number 1 here. And we have got to replace the seals on the head. It's leaking. We cannot have that leaking. No. And then we got to do this one over here. It's leaking. And let's see what else here. Cushion hitch cylinder's leaking. Hitch is basically shot. I got all the parts to do that one. So anyway, we're outside. It's 9 degrees. It's cold. Cold. Okay, this is what happens when your seals start to leak. Oil out, dirt in, everywhere. So I bought some rollers from the Army surplus store. I was originally going to use those on my car and make some dollies, and then I was at Harbor Freight and Tools, and they had those awesome ones already built for $54 a set. So that was $108 for 4 of them. So I bought those. So I tried moving the 1693 with them, and I welded them on there. Anyway, they just ripped them off and collapsed. And I had a bunch of bigger ones over here, great big ones, but they don't fit on those 12 by 12 pieces of steel very well. So that's what I should have used right there. And that's what I bought those ones for. And then I went to put them on those little 12 by 12 pieces of steel, and it's like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. So should have done something different. Live and learn. So we got the bowl cylinders in here off number 1. And I ordered a reman rod from Crankshaft in California. They do some amazing stuff. You can buy scraper axle housings from them with a lifetime guarantee. They go inside and they weld them up and add a lot of material to them where they break off. They break off right just behind the inside wheel bearing. But anyway, they do rods, they do machine work up the wazoo. They can chrome hitch pins and build them back to size. They can fix valve bodies, chrome them oversized. But this one, the snap ring came out of it, and that snap ring's still in there. The other side looks really bad, and it's kind of broke the bearing up. Chrome rod doesn't look too good. Anyway, so I got a reman one coming. That was $1,050. Not bad. Tomorrow I'm going to take this rod down to Pocatello and see if they can re-chrome it. We could use it again, but it's just getting to the point where, you know, if we're going to go to this much effort to reseal it, a guy might as well re-chrome it so that you never get into it again. Now, that rod that I just took out, that I'm going to re-chrome, came out of this barrel. And the last time this barrel was opened, and I stamped a date on the barrel, I oversized this barrel 30 thousandths oversized because it had some damage. And the date on it was 1988. So I've not had either one of these cylinders apart since 1988. That's really good service life out of them. So not complaining one bit there. Oh, so the heads on these do not have the head wear ring. So I took those to the machine shop to get that done. And then when they get done with that, this one's going in there, and they're going to put that on their vertical mill and straighten up those holes and press some bearings in. I should have the bearings tomorrow. So busy here at the shop. Right, Chuck? It's time to go start the Johnny Pop and clean up some snow. Let's see if she'll go. Decompression on. Key switch on. Ooh, she don't want to go. Oh, kill it. Nothing starts better than a John Deere tractor with the same boring stroke as the D9 Cat. You just can't beat it. All right, this is a set of TTI headers. They are ceramic coated and polished, and they told me to wrap them in painter's tape to protect them as I put them in. And this is what you got to do to put headers in a big old 440 Dodge Recordale. You got to jack it 9 miles in the air, or a lift would be the best way to go. This is the left side with the starter, so I have removed the starter, which they told me I'd have to do, fish the headers up in there, reinstall the starter, and then finish putting the header to the head and bolt it down. So, stand by for a lot of cuss words. I know all the swear words. Okay, I got the hoist out from under it. The headers are in. The worst part about this is getting that damn tape off the headers. But it saved them from being damaged because these babies are a tight fit. But man, do they look good. Totally worth it. Totally worth that $900. And yes, Chuck, I am a coon ass. You even gave me a decal to be one. Coon ass engineering. So I got some cool stuff this week in the mail. Dennis Reed from Morristown, New Jersey sent me a cat racing hat, a rental store hat, a 225 hoe, a cat haul truck, a phone cover, and he sent me a Laterno scraper. And the most important thing that he sent me to go with that Laterno scraper was a cat service truck. I just opened it, and the service truck, I have to work on it already. It's broke down because it's not a cat. Anyway, thanks for the letter, Dennis. I'm tickled that you enjoy my videos. I do put a lot of work into them. This just makes my day when I get stuff like this from people like you. It's just totally awesome. Thank you. Okay, now my friends in Hawaii, in Maui, Russell and Mindy, they're always sending me cool stuff from Maui. What have you sent me this time, Mindy? Ooh, a surfboard. That's cool. Bamboo surfboard cutting. Oh, it's a cutting board. Cool. Mrs. Dirt will use this. She'll love it. Thank you, Mindy. That's awesome. And she sent her usual goodies. It looks like the U.S. mail popped the top on this one, so I probably better start eating them. Don't want them to get stale. These are so good. These are onion. I love those. I love them. Okay. Chocolate covered. What do we got here? Something chocolate covered. Probably macadamia nuts. Those are good. Oh, holy smokes. Macadamia nuts, all kinds of cool stuff. I better, you know, these are better than Lay's, and I'm serious, you can't just eat one. Salt and vinegar, these are good too. And Maui style regular potato chips, those are good. These are dang good. I love them. And, ooh, what we got here? Ooh. Oriental stir fry. I think that might be a little froze. Yeah, that's froze. It was like 2 below this morning when I went out to the mailbox and got this, Mindy. I don't know if you've ever experienced 2 below before, but ooh, it's cold. She says, aloha, Jeff. Just replenishing your Hawaii snacks. Hope all is well. Seen all the snow in your hometown. Hope you keep warm. Well, just barely, Mindy, while eating it. Even here on Maui, we got some snow on our mountain. Halakela? I'm terrible at that. Halakea? Well, hope to hear from you soon. Take care and God bless you and your family. Wow. That's it. That's the snow. Picture of the snow. I had heard that you guys had got snow for the first time on that mountain. Anyway, that is cool. Thank you, Russell and Mindy. That's totally awesome. This next item comes out of Michigan from John Miller. This is an invention John came up with. I want to tell you right up front, I don't know a lot about this yet. I've talked to him on the phone. This is, I don't even know how to put it in words yet. He's going to come out and he's going to show me how to work this. And you're going to get to see this in action and how it works. This is called a Johnny Ball. Let me show you what it is. This is like a 3D level. Look at this. Holy moly. Now, I've never seen anything like this. I don't know if you can see that moving around on there. Look how that will move around that. Anyway, this is cool. It's been a great day. Hey everybody, good Friday evening to you. Welcome to another edition of the Whiteboard. Got a lot of cool people I want to introduce you to. Bob Kernodle, he's from Nashville, Tennessee. Paul Schwanz, he's from Friendship, Wisconsin. Ernest Doherty from Gainesville, Georgia, down there where Tom Petty's from. Tom Tannick from Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. Mitch Milan from Toronto, Canada. Thank you, Mitch. Dwayne Ferris from Calgary, Canada. Thank you, Dwayne. Paul Woolner, he's from Stilton. That's in Cambridgeshire, England. Thank you for subscribing, Paul. Paul wants a job at Anderson Construction. He wants a life change. Sorry, Paul, we're not hiring right now. But thank you for asking. Bill Whelen, he's from Tasmania, a town called Kin. And Bill is 15, I think he said. He wanted to know how I got started doing YouTube. And I guess 2010, I'd been watching videos and I thought, wow, this is cool. YouTube's a cool place to see all kinds of stuff. And I had lots of video. We've just always taken video. And you're going to get to see some stuff from clear back in the 40s and 50s that my dad took, and even some stuff in the 70s with me. And so I went on vacation to Hawaii 2010. I put a couple videos up, my first two. Went over there on vacation, and then during the week I thought, I wonder if anybody's watched this. I went back and checked, and geez, I had like 50 views and I already had subscribers. After that I was hooked. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, Bill, just do it. Just go for it. It's quite a learning curve. And the coolest thing about it is you get to meet all these cool people. And I've met a lot of cool people. And it's not going to stop. Old Kenny coloring books. I'll leave a link below to the Amazon site to get those. I only have the swimsuit calendars right now. I even had to come out to the shop and steal the one equipment calendar I had out here. I have ordered more equipment calendars. They will be here the 1st of March. They sent me an email. They did a rush job and they hurried and got them to me. So if you've ordered an equipment calendar, it's not going to go out till the first week of March. So I'll get you taken care of. Thank you for your support. Thank you for buying those. I really appreciate it.